Mama Santos. Wow, welcome to another live broadcast of Solutions and Answers with your breakthrough coach, Santos Jr., the world's #1 problem gambling annihilator. I love saying that. Right out of Stockton, California. Indeed, it's a privilege and an honor to be here with you tonight over the next few minutes. I hope YouTube doesn't shut me down for playing my Hibaro music. I'm going to have a little bit of fun tonight here. I'm excited to be here, my friends. And I'm hoping to take on your questions or your question. I don't know. YouTube might shut me off because of the little music that I'm playing. It's just for a little bit here. Hey, get excited with me. Taking on questions while sitting in the rain and thunderstorm. Actually, I was gonna play thunderstorm and rain music in the background, but I said maybe I'll do that later on. But for right now, hey, I'm excited to be here. We have a few people joining. I have a few people joining us today. Shout out to you wherever you are. Let me turn down this music. I feel like I'm battling with it now. I love that old folk music, man. Anyways, shout out to those of you that are watching you're going to participate, possibly. You'll take some notes, possibly. Right? You'll stop and think for just a little bit. You'll take some time away from everything to reflect on your life, to reflect on your wife, not on your strife. Let's turn on the light. I'm doing super fantastic, brother. Waiting for the first question. Questions are like kryptonite, man. They really are. Is it kryptonite? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Kryptonite could be a bad thing for Superman. But questions are a life source, if you will. So I'm going to be here. We're going to be here a short time, possibly. Depends on how busy we get with, joinees, people that want to, some people stumble across this live feed and say, what the heck is this guy with the blue shirt that says American Fighter on it? What's he doing tonight there on YouTube? Well, we're all about problem gambling, solving the issue, creating a new life, really defeating gambling and creating a new life. That's my goal. So until I get a question, I see there's a few people joining. I thought this is cool. I really enjoy the lightning and thunderstorms, even though here in California, we don't get a lot of that, but I really enjoy it. So I'm going to play it in the background for a little bit while I wait to interact with some of you fine folk. See, we got a few people climbing on. Yeah, I want to welcome Bad Keith Gaming. Hey, Jim. By the way, Jim's going to be sharing Jim Yumoto Motorcycles. He's going to be with us live on Sunday. He's going to be on camera. We're going to talk about a few things. We're going to let him share a little bit about his experience and what he feels could possibly help all of us that are looking to better our, are you looking to better your life, by the way? Are you happy? Are you satisfied? Are you satisfied? Are you going to stay where you're at? Are you going to stay there? Or are you looking for more movement? Are you looking for activity? You're ready to go, man. You're going forward, right? Forward. It's like your car is broken. It doesn't have reverse. right? The shifting box, it doesn't have reverse. It only has drive, man. 1, 2, and 3. That's it, man. I used to tell people that my reverse was broken, and they thought I was actually talking about my car. No, it's just a metaphor. So let me see. Bad Keith. Hey, good day to everybody here. Feeling good, huh? Feeling good. I'm feeling good, bro. 1 month today, clean. Congratulations. You got to keep it going, man. 1 month. Okay. I'm looking forward to month number 2 now. We're gonna hold you accountable, Paul. 1 month. I'm gonna hold you accountable, brother. I want to help you. The only way I'm gonna help you is if I hold you accountable, man. You know what I mean? I gotta hold you accountable. I don't want to be held accountable, man. I want to do things my way. It's my way or the highway. All right. Let me see. We've got, you know what? I'm going to take off my glasses for a minute here. It helps out. We got a couple. VLOPC, welcome to the broadcast. Bad Keith Gaming, Paul, Jim. Am I doubling up on my words here? By the way, we are going to be back here on Sunday. Bam. Sunday, doing some, let me see, 7 p.m. If you want to interact, you got some questions, if you write them down too, you got to write them down. Sometimes if you can't, you're going to forget, man, right? Unless you're a brain wizard, unless you've been exercising your mind-mouth power to the maximum, then your brain is going to get stronger. You're going to rise, you're going to optimize your brain, and you're going to rise to the next level. Then you won't have to take notes anymore. No, you will always have to take notes. All right, we got a question. I have to better my life. I had a relapse due to a friend sending me a text about his winnings. Told him to please not do that, but I got hooked and went. Yeah, you have to better your life. You have to, I don't know, maybe you need to change your friend. It's hard when we have to let go of friends. It really is. Sometimes it hurts to let go of people, but sometimes, in life, if you want to make changes, you have to do that. As much as it hurts, right? You have to do that. You have to turn away from people, but ultimately it's all up here. It's not the friend. It's not the text, right? For some reason you wanted to go and you went. You have to give yourself credit for that, because if we're not careful, we'll blame all these other things. You know what I mean? We won't accept responsibility. In fact, in Gamblers Anonymous, one of the steps, I believe, is to accept responsibility for the things that you can change. And let me see, accept responsibility for the things that you can change. And there's another part that says about the things that you can't change. So, little Gamblers Anonymous knowledge there for you from the books. Let me see. Tony, he's got a question. Come on. I need questions, folks. We need questions. If we're going to learn, that's what this program is about, questions. Because if you don't ask me questions, I'll start preaching. and I'll preach for 30 minutes straight, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to try to stay away from that tonight. Hi, Santos. My name is Tony. Thanks for your videos. I've been struggling with gambling for 3 years. Your videos are great. I like to hear from someone who has in my same situation and really understands. Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it? I mean, it makes a world of a difference when you can relate to somebody that is, I don't go in, I've not been in your shoes, right? Just like you've not been in my shoes, but we can kind of relate a little bit to one another. I think we can. I know we can. And that's why I'm a bit strange. I I acknowledge that I'm a bit strange, but it's okay because I'm good, man. I'm a good guy. I'm one of the good fellas. My goal. I was talking to. In fact, I was talking to a casino owner who sponsored me. Oh man, I was gonna bring. Did I bring the flyer? I wanted to share some. I picked up a flyer. I was in a casino the other day, meeting with a casino owner who sponsored me. I can't mention his name, but the casino is Stars Casino, in here in California, Tracy. And oh man, I got to keep track. We were talking. What were we talking about? Man, I lost track of what I was going to say. Anyways, it was about the flyer. He had a flyer in there, and I was just reading up on the statistics, and we created my own flyer, trifold flyer. And I was meeting with Joe. Oh man, I shouldn't even mention his name. Hopefully he won't see this. But I was meeting with the casino owner, and I thought it was just kind of strange, being in the casino. No slots. This is mainly poker, cards, and stuff like that. Who knows if maybe slot machines might get put in there. But it was kind of neat being in there and talking to the casino owner who sponsored me to create flyers to put in his casino. So I'm kind of getting these flyers out. Anyways, there's something that I want to share. It will come to my mind. It will come to me. But I'm live right now, so you're gonna have to, yeah. So, relating. We were talking about relating. That's what it was. I got distracted here for a minute. But keep, if you're new, by the way, if you're new here, Soldier Scribe, join the mission. There's a link right there. Look. Like a machine gun. Right there on the screen. If you want, I'm going to send you emails during the week, just a couple, not a bunch. And they'll be encouraging short emails that you can read, because I know that your attention span is very small if you're a problem gambler. Hopefully we're going to fix that, right? Get your attention span to expand. How are you going to make it in this world, man, if our attention doesn't expand? So thank you for being here. And yeah, man, just stick around, comment, ask questions. That's the way that you're going to get away from this, right? I offer coaching, one-on-one coaching, but coaching is very specific. And there's a cost factor there, for me to sit and coach, meet with you a couple times a month, go over your goals and see how you're doing. It's discipline, it's work, but it's very effective. And that's, like I said, a cost factor. But other than that, man, I'm offering you videos. I'm offering you this program. I don't know how long I'll keep this program going, because eventually we're going to probably turn it into a class where you can actually see the people in the room. I believe that's where we're going to go eventually with this program. We'll have a room, and it's going to be it's probably going to be more of a program, like a small monthly subscription. I don't know. Why would I do a small monthly subscription? Well, even if it's $1, you notice that when you pay for something, you tend to take it more seriously, right? I noticed that for myself. I didn't think that was a reality, but it's real. When you pay for stuff, you tend to pay more attention. But in the meantime, there's going to be a lot of free material. There's always going to be videos. And like I said, who knows how long I'll keep this program going completely free. Because if I don't do this, you're going to keep spending your money in the casino. No, I'm kidding. I don't want you to spend your money in the casino, obviously. But anyways, I hope that helps. I'm going to be hitting some hard truth here. Let me see. What are your thoughts, Keith? What are your thoughts on getting a therapist regarding addiction? Well, if you feel that you need a therapist, You know, there's different types of therapists, right? There's a psychiatrist, there's a counselor. A coach is not really a counselor. A coach is a coach. But you've got, you've got counselors, you've got therapists, you've got psychiatrists, and then you've got, I think there's another one in there somewhere. You have to follow your heart, my friend. You have to follow your heart. Whatever is best for your heart, that's what you got to follow, because nobody knows you better than you know yourself. You see, we can joke around, we can kid around, but when the program is over, when the camera is off, the microphone's shut down, and you look at yourself in the mirror, you know you better than anybody else. And you know what to do. See, we all know what to do. We all know how to make more money. We all know how to take a better shower or better bath if we need to. We all know how to stop gambling. Yes, you do know. The problem lies in the motivation. The problem lies in the doing, right? You know what I'm talking about? The doer. There's something wrong with the doer. You know, first, maybe you don't have any gasoline in the doer, because if the doer is not running, it's not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Does that make sense? Right? It is in the doer. And when the doer is messed up, it just, it doesn't matter. So basically, it's all about the mindset. It's all about your focus. It's all about you getting focused with yourself, really. Making a decision. It's not that difficult, my friends. It really isn't. Hey, lay you down. Yay, lay you down. I missed some of your live episodes. No, you didn't miss them. You just weren't on time. Somebody said, who was it? Hey, you're always late. No, you just show up too early. If that makes sense, right? That's a good excuse, right? The guy's late, the woman's late. Show up too early. That's why I'm late. Let me see. Make sure I got that. Thank you. Playing some tennis there. All right. There we go. Tennis is good for this here. Actually, tennis is good for the entire body. But because you're using your arms a lot, it should build up your forearm and your biceps. So if you want to have big biceps, play tennis. It'll do it. It will. Yes, gambling is a real disease. Gambling is a real disease. Oh man, they call it a mental disorder. The board of psychiatric, the Academy of Psychiatric, or the board of psychiatric doctors, it's a mental disorder if you're problem gambling. So you got to be careful, because you get diagnosed with a mental disorder, they'll put you in the loony house. They can throw you in the rubber room, the padded room with all pads, you know what I'm saying? And then they put this white jacket on you, and it has a lot of belts with buckles. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the psychologists are calling gambling a mental disorder. Yeah, so it's a real darkness. Jim, what is Jim? Let me see. Jim is sharing. We have a problem with physical feelings. We have emotional chemicals running through us, and the wrong ones, like anxiety and fear, cause us to do bad things. Yeah. If you can read my chalkboard back there, it says focus. That's the problem we all have. If we just sit down, if we just take some time with ourselves, really just take a little bit of time with ourselves, and even just a piece of paper and a pen, and you just take a little bit of time with yourself and just ask yourself some questions, right? And most people are asking the wrong questions. We get answers from questions. If you're getting the wrong answers, then you're asking the wrong questions, or you're asking the wrong person. So in order for us to find the answers, see, this program is called Solutions and Answers. It's a live broadcast and it's interactive. In order for us to find what we need, honestly, it doesn't matter what area of life we're talking about here. You have to ask yourself the right question. You got to get to that place where you're asking the right question. And nobody else can ask you the most important questions. You have to ask yourself, how do you know what those important questions are? Because it's not an easy thing to ask yourself. You have to continually be asking yourself questions. And that's why writing, that's why taking notes, having journals, it's all good business, my friends. I don't care what somebody says. It's all good business, man. I enjoy sitting down with myself, whether it's on my phone, my journal, or on paper, and just taking a few minutes out and writing down my situation or trying to focus on something. And as soon as I write down, I begin to ask questions. It just like I kind of zone in like an eagle, and I produce questions out of that. I don't know. Maybe you guys, can you relate to what I'm sharing here? Or have I gone beyond light, sight, and sound? So I have entered the twilight zone. No. Lay says, just go play sports, then go gambling. That's a good idea right there. That's a good replacement. Sports. Or just begin working out. You know that working out, just 15 to 20 minutes of exercise, you can begin to release the dopamine chemical, right? Dopamine. I wonder why they call it dopamine. Dopamine. But you release that chemical in your brain. And the more that you release, the more your body, you want more of it. That's why gambling is dangerous, because it's to say anything that releases a lot of dopamine, especially if it releases it quick, it messes you up, man. That's why problem gambling is highly addictive, highly addictive, very quickly addictive. Dopamine. So exercising releases dopamine, and that will get you moving. I'm telling you, it's gambling is gambling. Gambling is the pits. Exercising is something very, very powerful, very emotional. There's just something about working out. It just, I know for me, it really does good. It does good for me. Thank you for sharing that, Lay. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, Jim says it's a lifetime journey asking questions. It is. And in fact, some questions are so powerful that I remember, who was it that oh man, I'm going to show you an example, okay? Just to show you, you don't have to answer this in text, but just to show you the power of a question, okay? The power of what a question can do. You know that the power of a question can actually get you to think thoughts that you're far from. For instance, what did you have for breakfast this morning? Kind of got you thinking a little bit, right? You don't have to answer it, but it got you. So questions are powerful. And if you learn how to ask yourself the questions every day, I'm going to lose you as a friend, because you're not going to come back here and ask me any questions, because you're going to figure it all out. Hey, Laura, welcome to the program. Yep. So that's true, Jim. You got to go deep. You got to keep going. Laura says, hi, all. Howdy, partner. See, howdy, partner. Howdy, partner. Yeah. So it gets easier. Of course, anything that you practice gets easier, right? That's common sense for all of us. How many relapses did you have before you finally beat? What was the last straw that made you decide to finally stop for good? I don't know if you're asking me that question or you're asking somebody. I was a mess. Put it that way. I was like a bad. I was like a bad. Do you ever have a bad bowl of spaghetti? A bad tasting bowl of spaghetti. I was like a bad tasting bowl of spaghetti, man. It's like the worst. But I finally figured out. I got smart, and I realized that I could use my brain and my mouth to get myself out of situations, and that's exactly what I've been doing. Using my mind, my mind, and my mouth, mind, mouth power. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm sharing it. I'm sharing all my secrets. Some people don't want, some teachers out there, they don't want to share everything that they know. They hold back. I don't hold back. I just share it. I know sometimes that I go over people's heads, man. But it's just the way I am. I don't feel that I want to hold back because I'm grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for my freedom. And I'm going to continue to help people get free. That's the greatest thing. I'm going to help people get free. Every day that I wake up, every day that I get up, I have that peace of mind knowing that I'm helping somebody get free. That motivates me. I'm getting people free. I have to stay free. I don't have a choice anymore. I've gotten to the place where I just don't give myself, there's no discussion there. There's no boardroom table discussion there. It's out the door, man. I'm not gambling, period. I'm not doing it. I'm not going back there anymore. I'm done. That's my challenge. I'm going to challenge. That's why I refer to myself as the world's #1 problem gambling annihilator. And I'm going to say that every day. The world's #1 problem gambling annihilator. I'm going to say that every day until it becomes a household name. The world's #1 problem gambling. That's my challenge to myself. That's what keeps me going every day, right? And knowing that I'm helping you get free, that's like fuel. Remember earlier I talked about fuel in your doer? If your doer is not doing, you got to get the right fuel in there, my friend. You got to pull that cord and get that engine going. Because if you don't, you know what happens, right? You say you're not going to do it. Talk is cheap. Talk is very cheap these days. In fact, I wrote that down the other day and I read it to myself. It said, talk is very cheap these days. It is, man. It's sad. It's the truth, but talk is very cheap. And we can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. You got to honor your word as much as possible. When you give your word to somebody else, you got to honor that word. And again, if you want to get free from gambling or you want to do something else, you got some other nasty octopus-like with many suction cups type of a gambling in your life and you want to get away from it, got to put some fuel in your tank, my friend. You keep coming to the broadcast, keep coming to these broadcasts, pay attention to my videos and get the emails, during the week. Get all that good stuff, man. And it's coming directly from me. It's not coming from anybody else. So my energy, my mind optimization, my craziness, my mojo, my fierceness, whatever I got is going to come through all of that to help you. But you have to do your part. You have to be willing. You have to take notes. You have to be willing to take time out. You have to be willing to look at your life. You have to be willing. You have to be willing to, get rid of the excuses. Right? The excuses are like armpits. They stink, man. And I know mine was stinking the other day. I forgot to put deodorant, man. I said, wow, like opinions. They smell like opinions. They stink. Not today. I took a shower earlier, so I don't stink today. I smell pretty good, actually. I smell like a winner. All right. Let me see. We're coming down to the end. Laura says the same for me. All right. Kyle, there's Kyle. Welcome. Let me see. Kyle L. How do you feel about the thought of being in a hotel and dying alone? There's people there. Sadly, there's people there right now as we're speaking. I don't know if you're there, Kyle. But what do you do? What do you do when you're in a situation? If you're watching this broadcast, what would I say to you? If you're watching this broadcast and you're thinking about suicide, what would I say to you? What could I say to you? I would encourage you, basically, I would really encourage you to really to look at the blessings in your life, right? And to realize that nobody can do it. The only person that can overcome suicide, the only person that can break the chains is you. You have to be willing. But what in your life would keep you, right? What in your life? What can you think about? What can you envision? What can you picture in your IMAX theater that would keep you from doing the wrong things? What picture can you put inside here in your head that you can focus on as much as possible? An image. Think about that. What image would that be for you? You just lock on like an eagle locking its talon on its prey, and in your mind, and you just force your mind to, because if you don't, your mind is going to play tricks on you. Your mind is going to take advantage. Your mind will make you sick. Your mind will basically run the show, and you'll be along for the ride. If you can understand that truth, because it is a truth. That's a truth right there. You're gonna believe me, when you get off that ride, when you jump off that ride, you're gonna get scraped up pretty good, because you're going pretty fast in the wrong direction. You're gonna have to jump off that thing, and it's gonna hurt a little bit. It's gonna hurt. You're gonna peel your skin a little bit when you land on the sidewalk or whatever from that. But you got to do it. You got to do it. You got to get that, get that initial uncomfortable thing, right? Because it's uncomfortable. You got to get that thing out of the way. Focus on vision. Where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? What do you want? Who are you? I ask myself these questions a lot too. Who am I? What is it that I really want? And how am I going to get there? Or am I getting there? Am I working the steps to get there? Or is my talk cheap? Right? Am I talk cheap to myself? I don't like to think about that, man. That's not. So hopefully that helps in some way, Kyle. I'm not too sure if that's but You know, if you were here and you told me that you were going to commit suicide, I'd give you my phone and say, give me a call, man. Don't do that. Call me. You got in fact, my phone number is right there on on the YouTube channel. So there's no excuse. Call me, please. We'll take some time, get you some help. All right. Got to get some stormy action in here. Some rain and some thunder going on. All right, my friends, we're at 35 minutes. Man, time just goes by so quickly. It's amazing. It really is. I think it starts with deciding that we love ourselves enough to start taking action. We need to decide that we are important. Decide to love yourself. Yes, distract the distractions. Refocus on your focus. Okay? Refocus on your focus so that you can focus on your main focus. Okay? Refocus your focus so that you can focus on your main focus. What is that main focus for you? That's what you need to hold on to. That's what you need to lock on to, my friend. You see? You can do it. You can do it. Good evening, Rich. Hey, welcome. Good evening, everyone. Got to watch the replay tonight. Well, we're going to be here. We'll be here for just a little bit longer if I get a few more questions. So good to see you there, Rich. By the way, I'm going to be back here on Sunday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay. We'll be back here on Sunday. I do a proverb on Sunday because I read the Bible. I don't go to church. Okay. Don't bust my chops now. I'm not going to go to church. I did go to a casino though. I didn't gamble. I had a chance to meet with the owner of a casino who sponsored me. So, but I won't step foot in a church though. So, all right. Now there was a question that was asked by someone in the Netherlands, I believe. And this person wanted to, he was asking about becoming an addict long before you pick up the drink, long before you hit the casino. Well, we're like born. I shouldn't say that we're born addict, but our nature is more towards our human nature is bent more towards the wrong than the right. That's why we have to discipline and work ourselves over, because it's a lot easier to do wickedness. It is, unless you've been raised in a really good home with a lot of disciplines, then your mind is going to be more focused. But people like me, I had no security. I wandered. I drank. I smoked. I had sex. It was a mess very early on. So when you grow up with that kind of stuff, it messes you up, man. You're already an addict to all of this stuff. You know what I mean? And I was like gambling early, like 13, 14 years of age, rolling dice with some of the older guys. And that habit went on with some of my friends, and it just carried on over the years. Of course, I wasn't able to go into a casino back then, but in fact, I didn't even know what a casino was back then in those days. So I wanted to answer that question to this young man in the Netherlands. Yes, we are sinners by nature, man. That's just the truth. And if you don't control it, That's what happens. You don't control it, oh, it'll get away from you really quickly. Hey, right on, man. Wow, 50 videos. That's good. What you could do too is, you know what helped me a lot is I picked like 2 or 3 videos from like Dr. Maxwell Maltz or Zig Ziglar or Anthony Robbins, Ty Lopez. And there's many others. But in the beginning, I would take 1 or 2 videos, and these are long videos, and I would watch them over and over and over, and I would play them at night while I was going to sleep. And then I began taking notes. And you know that what I learned from those videos, I share with you. That's what keeps me going. So videos, I call it video therapy. And you know, you can get very creative with videos. We think just watching videos and taking notes, it's amazing what you can do with a video if you think about it. There's a lot of things that you can do with a video. You can get very creative. Just doesn't have to be a video with anything. But with a video in particular, there's a lot of things that you can use it for. So, you know, that's a good thing that you brought that up. I'm glad. And they should be helping you, man. If you watch 50 of my videos, I can tell you they should be definitely leaving an impact in you in some way, man. So just keep taking notes, you know, and I just hope that you draw that strength, draw that energy right out of the stuff. Just draw it. Believe it. Like I say, turn on your belief, right? Turn on your belief. You got to turn it on. Use your imagination. Be like a kid sometimes. It's all right. I know we're all adults, but we can be children in thought and in play. And that'll help you with your business. That'll help you with your anything in life. How can I say that? What do you mean, children? Think about this. If you were to sit down with a child that has a vivid imagination, you can ask them questions, and these children can produce ideas out of their heads for you that you would think, well, wait a minute, I couldn't think of that. You could have. But children can come up with all kind of ideas and different things. And if you have children, if you have teenagers, spend time with them. Pick their brain. Pick their brain. They can help you. They can help you with some good stuff. All right. So thanks. That's humbling, man. I truly appreciate that, Rich, for you sharing that with me. I really do. I appreciate you, man, for sharing that with me. And I don't know, maybe I'm going to be, we got some things that we're working on. I want to do some giveaways and some different things, but right now we have to focus on we have to focus on these projects that we're working on. So one last call. Is there a question? Is there a question in the room? By the way, you guys know it's Friday night. Friday night, man. And we're here. Not in the casino, right? Hitting the button. Going to the ATM. Going to the ATM, pulling out another I would pull out 80 instead of 100, you know, so it wouldn't look like that much. But those 80s would add up, man. Right? 80. And then you got the fee, the ATM fee. Then you got the bank fee, right? And then you have that big one, the overdraft, $35. And I guess that one could be multiplied, the $35 one. So that's what people, the casino, and somebody's going to win in the casino too. Somebody's going to win, but guess what? They're going to fall into a trap because the casinos aren't set up to win, for you to win. The casinos are set up to take. They will take from you. Take from you. Power in numbers, my cool one says, huh? Man, it's getting cold in here. Thunder and lightning and rain. Oh, man. Just having a good time. All right, I'm going to we're getting ready to wind it down here. One last call, and we'll wind down with some questions there in the text. I do want to thank all of you guys for coming tonight. Listen, this is an honor and a privilege for me to be here. It really is. I enjoy doing this. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Jim, by the way, Jim's going to be with us. Jim Yumoto Motorized Bicycles. He's going to be here in the flesh. His wonderful countenance is going to be in the camera on Sunday. So let's see what we excited to hear what we can learn, what we can apply. Learn, apply. Learn, apply. So Jim, Laura, my cool one, Rich, Sapani. Let me see. Kyle was here. My friend Kyle, he kind of dropped in. Hopefully he's still hanging around. My friend, if you need help, Kyle, you, like I said, reach out to me. We can do a bit of a strategy session, my friend. I'm always willing to help anybody that's willing to help themselves. Always. I will always give time for somebody that's willing to help themselves. VLO. Let me see. We got that. Lay Yadao. We're going to have her sing a song one of these days for us. Lay Yadao. If you're listening, got to express that beautiful voice of yours. And then there's Sawil or Kawil. Hope I got it. Sawil. Mom and Dad. All right, my friends. Bad Keith Gaming. There we go. Make sure we get him. And we got, who else? There was a few people. You know, I love it. I get the Invisible Men. I always get a few of those. Invisible Men and the Invisible Woman. They're out there. You know who you are. One day I want to meet with you. Hey, there's Monica. Good to see Monica back here visiting. Good to see you. Nice to see you. We got some activity there. All right. So Jim's going to be with us on Sunday. I'm looking forward to that. We're going to dig into this self-empowerment thing. See what other, we're not going to learn anything new. We're just going to hear it differently. That's the truth. We're not going to learn anything new. We're just going to hear it differently. Because there's nothing new under the sun. We're just going to hear it for the first time, right? We're going to hear it for the first time, or we're going to hear it differently. By the way, did you guys get a chance to see my 15 reasons why I don't gamble? My 15 reasons why I don't gamble video? If you haven't seen that, I'm going to be probably putting that in one of the emails for the following week. So we'll put an email together. We usually send the emails out on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I don't think we had an email go out today. I'm not too sure, but we will have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's typically when we send out an email. Just a little email to encourage you, inspire you, help you, quit picking on yourself and quit beating yourself up and beating yourself down. So you better read those emails because that's what they're for. All right. Monica says, been having health issues, but I'm still okay. Still not gambling. Good for you. Good for you. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. Oh, Laura says, yes, I saw it. I know you saw it because I believe, no, that was my fly video. Flies, they're like gambling. We don't want to hang around flies. Get away from me, flies. It's like gambling. Get away from me. All right, my friends, I'm getting into the preaching mode. I got to cut down here. We've got some things that I've shared in this broadcast. We've got some programs. We've got some plans, a lot of projects. Of course, it takes money. Everything's money. So I'm going to ask you, make sure that you support the mission, get a book. It makes a great gift for the holidays. It makes a great gift for a young person. It makes a great gift for a teenager that likes to read and an older person. I don't recommend to read this before going to bed. Use it during the daytime. All right. Support the mission. Join the family. As I said, right there in the screen, right there. You can join the family. And I'm going to support you, my friend. I'm going to do my best to support you. I'm going to do my best to help you stay on the straight and narrow. Exactly where I'm at. Okay? Agreement? We're on. So I'm going to see you guys on Sunday. Last call, one last question. Last call, one last question. If not, we are going to shut them down. All right. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura. And my cool one says, love all like Jesus. The book is fabulous. Thank you. Good. I'm hoping that you're applying something a little bit, okay? Because that's the thing. Get something out of it. Even if it's just a little area, apply it. Find ways to manipulate it into your life. Get it inside you. Get in my belly. Get in my belly. All right, my friend. I got to go, man. I get too excited. All right. I'll see you guys on the next episode.